Well, Britain's neighbour Ireland was one of the most hard-hit Eurozone countries during the 2008 financial crisis and afterwards. But now the Irish economy is coming back with a vengeance, growing over 5% last year. Lorda Sexton reports from Dublin.
Ireland's economy was one of the EU's hardest hit. The country's property crash led to a €64 billion EU IMF bailout. Fast forward 8 years, the cranes are starting to slowly return, and new figures released show that Ireland is on track to be the Eurozone's fastest growing economy for the second consecutive year.
Impressively, Ireland's economy grew by 5% last year. This year, in the first 3 months, the growth was 1.4% quarter on quarter. But has this trickled down to the people on the streets here?
One new business who recently set up in Dublin says it has.
I think there's less of a fear about opening their wallet. And not necessarily to go wild, but just a little extra treat at the weekend or a slightly more expensive bottle of wine. Yeah.
While economists are praising the growth, the chair of the National Competitiveness Council, Peter Clench, warns that external factors aiding growth could be quickly reversed.
This very favourable circumstance that we're in at the moment, that we've had a major correction in our domestic prices, meaning we're very competitive, but really the very low value of the euro, aided by quantitative easing at a European level most recently, and the fact that we trade, our major trading partners are outside the eurozone, that gives us a very big competitiveness boost. And so that's a huge part of it, but it's also a hidden threat in the future. If those exchange rates were to change, we would suddenly be a lot less competitive.
The Irish economy is now showing growth rates similar to its Celtic Tiger days, a mere 18 months after exiting its bailout programme. But with the government fast approaching its 8th budget since the crash, the National Competitiveness Council recommend that investment in infrastructure is needed to maintain this recovery. Lorda Sexton, CCTV, Dublin.